Hi, Ramon. Here's a little overview on collections and how they work in Shopify. So obviously, if you want to edit a collection, the first thing you need to know is what is it. So let's pretend we want to look at the beginner collection. Up here in the bar, you'll see that obviously it's a collection, and this is what's called its handle or its internal name. So if you want to find it, just copy that and then go into products. And then down to collections. You could also just paste it into the search, but results may vary. So just go into collections and we'd just search for that collection and bring it up. And you can do two things here. Always best to click into it. And you will see that that's what it's called. Be great to add some description text here, just so that the search engines can get it. So use a lot of a few sentences about magic for beginners, and that will make it easier for Google to pick you up. And then here, there's all the conditions that you can use if you want something to be picked up. Now, just note, if you've got it set to all conditions, the product tag would have to be equal to skill level beginner, and the product title would have to have beginner in it. What we've said is add them if they've got any condition. For example, they're tagged or there's beginner in the title. And in this case, we've got two. There's beginner and no skill required. Now, you can change those, but basically, if any of those conditions are met, the product will show up in there. Yeah, so that's basically it. If you want to add a product to that collection, all you'd need to do is either copy that skill level, and then you can go to your products. And say you knew, I don't know, this is just a silly example, but just say you knew that anything that David Acer did was always beginner. What you could do is search for all those products. You can then select them all, or you could just select some of them. And then you can go bulk actions, add tags. And then you'd simply say, add that tag, you'd apply it. I'm not going to because otherwise they'd be added. That would then add that tag to all those products, which would then make them all go into that collection. So that's one way of very quickly tagging products. Cancel. You can simply go into the all products area, search for whatever criteria you want, or filter. So for example, if you knew that the vendor was Adam Wilbur, and he is also always basic. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Then once again, that would give you everything by Adam Wilbur, which you could then tag with that basic magic tag. So that's how you can tag products quickly and add them to what's called a smart collection or a criteria-based collection. There's another sort of collection called a manual collection. And that's quite good when there's not a lot of logic to what gets added. So Joe's set up, you've asked Joe to change the way Magic Set was set up. So if you want to add products to Magic Set, you can just come in here and once again say we know that everything by David Acer belongs in this collection, or anything with, you want to check anything with set. You can then go and just click on the ones that you think belong. So it works in a different way. You have to manually specify each product. And it's quite handy when there's not a lot of logic, or when you really have to think about what goes into a specific collection. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to toggle. So if you decide you want Magic Set to be based on tags, not based on a manual add, you've got to add a completely new collection called, something like Magic Set B. Then we have to go into navigation, link to that one, and then get rid of the old collection. If you delete the collection before you update it in navigation, the navigation will go awry. So please just be aware of that. Okay, hope that helps.